Roblox Bedwars contains a huge selection of kits, from elder trees that are so massive that their weight could easily flatten us, to Hannah that could instantly kill any player. But we never get a clear answer that tells us where they came from. Well, by analyzing the game's extensive lore, we can solve the story of Roblox Bedwars. Hundreds of years ago, in the prosperous kingdom of Bedovia, our story begins. The kingdoms were allowed to thrive in peace thanks to two beds that maintained the balance in the kingdom. Embred symbolized passion and aggression, and Azurblis symbolized stability and balance. These beds were created by Crypt to curse the world's biggest douche, Barbarian, to deep sleep and end the war that ravaged the lands. These beds contained a powerful energy unlike the ones on Earth that we used to sleep on. Without these beds, the kingdom would fall into chaos and awaken the Barbarian. But there's no way that anything wrong would happen, right? Well, meteors struck the kingdom, and soon the thousands of years that went into building Bedovia and its people will be for naught. But the kingdom had a bigger problem. Due to the abundance of meteors constantly hitting the planet, one of the beds, Azurblis, got destroyed, which caused people to lose their stability and start to go insane. Many people killed each other for their survival, or just for the hell of it. The destruction of the Azurblis also unleashed the Barbarian. The Barbarian is now stronger and angrier than ever after his long hibernation, and he has one single goal: to destroy the Embred and kill Crypt. Snictrix the king can't believe this. After everything his ancestors have done to protect the kingdom, it's now all to waste because of him.
Sir, hurry!
But one of the king's guards snapped Snictrix back to reality. Snictrix said his final goodbyes to Bedovia, took Embred, and ran far and long away from the kingdom. The king and his guards had to start from square one, the way their ancestors did, in the mines. But even after establishing a somewhat functional society underground, the king was determined to kill the Barbarian and restore his kingdom. But in order to do that, he knew he had to find Crypt's whereabouts. Since Crypt was a galaxy journeyman who didn't like sticking in one place, it was going to be nearly impossible to track him down. This was going to be the toughest challenge the king's ever had. And if he failed, he would be a disappointment to his ancestors. He studied intergalactic teleportation and tried many ways to open a dimensional portal, but nothing worked. He felt like he was getting nowhere.
Why is nothing working? Where are you, Crypt?
Sir, we found something.
While the guards were on a supply run, they came across this sacred-looking structure. It looked like some portal that was destroyed long ago. The king noticed this as one of Crypt's dimension portals. The book says that Crypt used these portals to travel through the galaxy. Igniting this portal was the only way to get to Crypt, so the guards got to work rebuilding the portal.
I'm coming for you, king.
Hurry up, come on!
The Barbarian caught up to the king thanks to his strong intuition and is here to finally get revenge. The Barbarian ran towards the king like he had wheels on his feet, but
Crap.
the king was able to open the portal just before getting slaughtered and turned into dinner. The portal led him into the Void Realm, and the king and his guards were shocked at how different the Void Realm was from the overworld. But something didn't seem right. The air was heavier and it smelled like a can of vinegar. Some human-sized scorpions started attacking them and they struggled to fight them back. More scorpions attacked the king and he suffocates from the pool of scorpions. It got harder to breathe and the king thought that was the end for him, until a sudden strong force killed all the scorpions and saved the king from dying. It was Crypt.
Who are you, and what are you doing here?
We're from Kingdom Bedovia, and we need your help.
Bedovia.
Crypt was suspicious since these people clearly looked like they didn't belong here, but sensing that they were in deep trouble, decided to help them out. The king explained the situation and told Crypt to help him recreate Azurblis and seal the Barbarian and quote, kick his ass once again. But Crypt couldn't believe him. The beds were made from the strongest resources from around the galaxy. The only way the bed would be destroyed is if the beds got separated. A silly little meteor shower shouldn't destroy it. Crypt had no interest and thought it was some kind of trap. Then the king showed Crypt Embred.
How?
Please help us.
Fine. Evelyn, This is my wife. She'll be helping us with some planets.
Crypt finally agreed to help them and start preparing for their galactic journey to remake the bed. But little did they know that things will take a turn for the worst. A sudden scream from the outside echoes through the walls of the building.
Help! Help! Ah!
The king noticed that it was one of his guards and quickly ran outside to see the matter. The moment he saw his guard, he was already long gone. The king couldn't believe his eyes. The guard, no, his friend that was loyal to him and the one he had unforgettable memories with was dead. He looks around to see who did this, but there was nothing. It was dead silent. Or so he thought. The barbarian jumped down and started attacking the king. The king had barely any fighting experience, so it was a very easy battle for the barbarian. But right before he was about to give up and send his soul to the gods, Crypt came to the rescue and saved Snictrix. The barbarian knew he couldn't defeat Crypt and the others together, so he ran and promised to come back to defeat them. The king thanked Crypt for saving their lives, and after a short rest, they hit the road to their first planet. On the other hand, the barbarian started to worry about facing the one that sealed him thousands of years ago. He knew that he couldn't win this battle alone, so after Snictrix and Crypt's departure, he sneaked into the building and started finding ways to create his own army. He took the guard's corpse, killed one of the maids, damn that's messed up, and mixed their DNA with the scorpion's DNA and created a more powerful clone. Now, the barbarian and his army are ready. Snictrix and Crypt head to Planet Skull and Planet Cyber to collect the resources needed and hopefully recruit some people since they knew that Barbarian would do anything to destroy Embred and kill them. So they had to be prepared. But help was few and far between. The planets were long since abandoned and devoid of life due to years of being ravaged by war. Only a few were crazy enough to stay, let alone help. Since then, they fortified their planet, but the past still haunts them to this day.
Harry, listen up! We need your help. I lost my kingdom, and unless we don't stop this douche, me, you, and your future children will experience the same thing we did in the past. So what do you say? No one? Fine! You guys suck ass anyway.
Wait, I'll help.
I'll help.
Thanks to Snictrix's fiery speech, many people decided to help them. Some offered them what little resources they had left, and the braver of the bunch offered their lives. Snictrix and his allies are ready to face the great barbarian and finally put an end to this. After preparing for the battle, they get back to the overworld. Snictrix and Crypt start remaking the Azure Bliss, while the others stand by and wait for Barbarian's attack.
Okay, combine all the things.
Whoa!
The Azure Bliss and Embred were finally where they belonged, and Snictrix had one last thing to do.
Sir, it's Barbarian.
Crypt, I'm here.
Barbarian and his Void army started attacking the allies. They were clearly outnumbered but easily destroyed the allies with their Void powers. But the allies didn't hold back. They used laser beams, helicopters, cannons. They threw everything they had at the Barbarian. Both parties struggled a lot and many died in the process. Wait, what the hell is that? It looks like some giant from the other kingdom is here to steal the Azure Bliss and Embred. It looks like Snictrix and his allies have a new problem to solve, which leads us to today. The battle between Snictrix and the other kingdoms still continues. Many people are called to the battle from many galaxies and couples started to have their own battle machines. But it's ultimately up to you, the player, to stop this war and restore back peace and balance. So, whose side are you on?